Hi there, welcome to my channel. I'm Lucky Hookey, and today we've got another episode of non-league to Premier League. This is the season review of the 2035-2036 season. Wow, I had to check what year we was in then, so we've gone quite far in, but I'll give you a breakdown and a catch up today in today's episode. So as you can see on screen, this is me. This is what my ugly muck looks like. Yeah, not a great looker. But I've been playing Football Manager games now since 2009. No, it's 1998. My cousin, he used to have a PlayStation 1 and he invited me around his house to play Premier Manager 1998. And he was Arsenal, and obviously I was my beloved team, Wolves. Grew up in Wolverhampton, so I had no other choice. Everyone supported Wolves other than your Man United fans, which you get everywhere. So I had to choose Wolves. I had Steve Bull and Robbie Keane up front. Them was the golden days, which I was just too young to really know. So, but that was my first insight of football management games. Ever since that, I was playing in, and then I got into LMA Manager back in the day, where you could create your own stadium, and oh, how great that was. And then after that, it was Champman. I think it was Champman 0102, which was the first ones I remember playing. And then Champman 4 was alright, but it changed. I think the interface changed on Champman 4. And then Football Manager came out, I'd like to say it was 2005. And I've just been playing Football Manager every year since. And I thought, why not do a channel of me? I'm not saying I'm great at Football Manager, I'm nowhere near it. It's just, I put a lot of hours into it. I do some really good saves. Some saves over the years I've done. I took a non-league side, Chasetown, all the way to Europe's elite, winning 5 Champions Leagues, 3 Premier League, mad trophies I won at Chasetown. And it's kind of similar to what we're doing here at Stratford. We're trying to take them from the bottom all the way to the very, very top. And yeah, and other saves I've done as well is I've started with teams that have never won the top league in their country, and getting to that top league and winning it and getting championships and titles, European domestic titles, all sorts, as much as I can. And I used to stay at these clubs. I used to stay there for about 10 years. So I always started with Wolves or someone in England, and then I'd go to France. I'd pick Paris FC usually. I'd go to Germany. I'd pick 1860 Munich. I'd go to Spain, and I'd usually pick Las Palmas, where I used to go on holiday when I was a kid with my parents, or Ibiza, just because they was so low down and he had a nice kit and badge, and that's the only reason I chose him. So, and I'll take them all the way up in Spain. Who else do I? I've never really done Italy. I've always had Venezia is my team for Italy. I've always wanted to do, but there's so many leagues, the non-EU rules, it puts you off. It really does. So that's why I started thinking, do you know what, I should start recording this. And there was another, my best friend, he plays Football Manager religiously, same as me, plays it, and he thinks we should do this together. So he's starting his own channel. Go and follow him now. It's Clayton with a double Y, so it's CLAYYTON. Go follow him. He's doing it not exactly the same, but kind of the same. Non-league to Premier League, where he's taking Racing Club Warwick from the bottom to the top, and he's doing better than me. He's about 3 years ahead, but he's won. I think he's won the FA Cup and the League Cup already, and he's just qualified for the Champions League. So go and have a look at that. He's doing great. But yeah, back to me. So this is my stats. I started off as the way I would in real life. So I was a semi-pro player, as you can see, being the experience. Did play that in real life, only for a couple of local sides and Saturday teams. Weren't a first team. I was more of a bench player on these, but yeah, I was there. And I started off with no badges. I wish I took a screenshot of it, but now this is what it looks like. I've got my content B. Keep asking for another course, but they keep saying no. So yeah, this is me, and this is where we built it to today. So motivating. That's the one I've always liked. Do you know, when I'm starting out, that's the one I always like motivating, because if you're starting at the bottom, you want to motivate them players, even though you've got no badges. So that's what I always like to bump up by, only by 2 points, but so it'd be on a 4 instead of a 1 or something. So yeah, that's me. And this is the type of saves I usually do. Let's have a look at the squad, the club, sorry. So as you can see, I've made my own kits. It's kind of based on the Arsenal kit of the 23-24 season, this season. The home kit, it's exactly the same actually, same sponsor as well. I've just changed the colours from red to orange, and then on the arms, instead of having white, we've gone for a navy. The away kit, it's pretty similar actually, it's just white in the middle. Yeah, so this is it. Look at our facilities, really growing them massively. They was like 2s and 3s when we first came along, so they are growing. I think I'm going to ask for another training and new facilities again this season, because I always do it at the end of the season where you've got a bit of money and the board's feeling a bit more generous, so that's what we're going to do. We're still playing at Knights Lane, where Stratford Town play originally today, but in a year or so, I think it's next season, we will be at our new stadium of 21,500 called the Stratford Town Stadium. I wish it was my name, but it's not, unfortunately. So that is the club in whole. Let me show you the history, competitions. Not that one, this one. So you can see we started, where's 23? We started here. So our first season we got promoted. Second season in the National North, in the Van Rama National North, we finished 20th. Following season we got promoted for the playoffs in 7th. Then we're in the National, finished 19th, just stayed up by the skin of our teeth. I remember that very well. And then the season after that, finished 7th. Straight into League 2, we come 6th. We've gone through the playoffs again. I don't think we've won a league title yet. Gone into League 1, finished 9th. And then the following season, 4th again, playoffs. And then the Championship, we finished 17th. The following season, 6th. And then now we're in the Premier League. Finished 15th in the first season. Second season, we finished 16th. And as you can see at the top here, we've just finished the season on 16th, 39 points. 38 is the one I aim for, to just stay up. But next season, I really hope we push on. As you can see, we won the EFL trophy as well. Or the Papa John's trophy, as we like to call it back in the day. I think it's changed now to something. I think it's a car garage or something like that now. But yeah, we've won that. And that's all we've won since we've been here, other than playoffs. That is all we've won. As you can see, the finances, we're doing all right. It is the end of the season. So we've just took a lot of sponsorship and everything. We're on the 28th of May. So just as you can see, we're making an income of 42 million. That's all the TV deals, the sponsorships, that's all came in. But there's still a lot to go out. And we've still got, look, we've got 47 in the bank, 47 and a half, sorry. But to spend, but we've only got 59 in the bank. So as soon as we take this away, we are going to left with just under 12 mil. So hopefully we're going to have to do something in the window. Sponsorships, there's nothing great. Oh, say that. They're offering 4, and then there's a general one that's offering 4.7. So it is getting better. That is getting better. It's better than the last time we checked. This stadium, one, that might change when we get a new stadium, because obviously we're going to change. Don't know if that gets renewed or is it just continues, carries over. So that is that. Let me show you the squad and how we've got here, who's been here for the longest and everyone else. So we'll do on. We will do it on. Let's start with, where is my man? We'll start with him. No, do you know what I've done here? Have I got the under 21s in? And yeah, and the 18s. I was wondering where's all these players come from. So back to this. Let's start off with him. Van Acker. Van Acker is a goalkeeper. As you can see, he played many games in his life, really. He's only 20 years old. Played 3 games in League 1 out on loan. He's been on loan to Bromley, then kick a ball, and he's only played 3. And then we recalled him in January and sent him back out to Barnsley. We paid 20 million for this kid, and he's not doing it. He's playing for the under-21s for Belgium, but other than that, I'm worried about him. I always find goalkeepers really hard to judge, and I thought he would be good, but he's still got time on his hands, and he still can come. Like 6'3". Yeah, he could come. We have got, let me show you before I continue anymore. We have got a pathway to the youth, to the first team, for the youth team, called what I call the ladder. And the ladder is this pathway to the first team. So this is the ladder, kind of. So the first step on the ladder is I'll loan you out. A youth player will go loaned out to League 2, to Torquay United. If he plays games there, does well, after that season, he'll go up to the next step on the ladder, which is Bromley in League 1. Let's double check they're still in League 1. I don't want to get them relegated. Let's get rid of that. And they've just been relegated, so that will have to be reviewed unless Torquay gets promoted. Let's have a quick look. Not the Championship, sorry. League 1, League 2. Torquay has not been promoted. So, yeah, we'll have to review that. So anyway, this is the pathway. Let me go back to it. But usually, after the League 1 team, which was Bromley, we'd loan you out to a Championship side. After that, we'd try and get you out into a top 5 league in Europe. It don't matter which one. Any top 5 league, as long as they're playing first team football, they play. After that, then they come into the first team. So like I say, Van Acker, he's gone out on the ladder. He went straight to Bromley in League 1. Now looking back, obviously he ain't done well in League 1 for Barnsley either. So maybe the next season he'll have to take a step down the ladder, and he'll have to go to Torquay. Well, send him back out to Bromley if they played him, but we'd have to get reassurances on that. So that's Van Acker. Due to my squad numbers at 1 to 19 first teamers, 20 to 29 are like your sub players, the ones that have just not broken through, but they're really trying to make a cement place in the 11 in the 1 to 19. And 30 to 39 are players that I'm really not really keen on and I'm open to selling. 40 to 59 is players that are youth prospects that are really promising, and I'll have them dotted around the first team all the time because I like promoting the youth players. I really buy young players and try and develop them because that's the best way to make money, and it's the best way to develop your team over time for cheap. So that's the way I play the game. And Van Acker's no different. So really, he would be number 40 because he broke into the first team. He's been out on loan, that's why he got shirt number, but he'd be number 40 because he's goalkeeper. So yeah, that's him. If he was playing a few games and he's ready to be back up, he'd be given the number 20 shirt. So yeah, that's him. He'll go back out on loan next season. So let's have a look at the next. He's just a greyed out player, so we won't bother with him. Carbroni, I bought him in this season from Elche. Paid 6.75. He's a good backup, but I bought him, like I say, 6.75, and he is wanted by a few teams. But we have had a bid for 17 million from Saudi, which you take that Saudi money all day, so nearly over £10 million profit. So with that, I'm happy to sell him. So he's going to go, hopefully this summer. But he's played a few games, as you can see. He's just, yeah, I think with the money I could get a more young prospect player. As you can see, he's number 16 because he ain't a proper 11. So, but he's in and around the squad. So yeah, he's in the first team. That's why he's got number 16. Leo Cardoso has been with us for absolute years. So he come with us in our first season in the Championship from Mansfield, and he's just stayed around. he's not great. I'm not. He's nowhere near great. He's not a Premier League level player, but he's just one of that I've always just kept round, and he just seems to just come. Look, he's only played 3 games this season in the league, but I can't seem to sell him, and that's probably why he's on 15.5 grand a week. I've got him out on loan, but even no one wants to loan him, poor fella. But when does his contract end? So that ends end of next season. So more likely, we'll get back to him. More likely he will go next season on a free with a bit of luck. I've tried offering him out for nothing, but no one wants to take that wage on. I'd take him. I'd take the wage, 0.5% of the wages on or something, and let him go. But no one seems to come in for him. So anyway, that's Cardoso. Carlos is another one that came in the summer of last season. Backup left back. He come from Elche as well, I think. Yeah, Elche. 2.1 million. Again, he was a backup. He had a bit of a moan that he weren't playing enough games. As you can see, he's played 17 games last season, 10 off the bench. Play right back, but he's all right backup. But we've sold him on. We've agreed it. I think we have. Yeah, Dusseldorf 4.7. So again, we're making money and we're going to invest it. And we have got a backup left back in the squad anyway called Jafar, which you will see later on. But yeah, that's why he's got number 23, because he's a backup. So let's go on to the next player. Diachenko. Now this lad is an absolute baller. Look at him. He's 18 years old. And his passing's only 16, but in the engine, he just passes for fun. He can cover at centre back. He could do the lot. And to watch this, he's an absolute snippet. So we've got him on loan from some Ukrainian side. I can't even pronounce that side. I saw him in the under 21s at like 17, and I thought, how is he playing so early? So, but if you have a look at his contract, we've got a mandatory fee at the end of the season, which is only a month away or so, where we pay £1 million for this absolute baller. He got given number 46 because, like I say, it was a youth prospect, really. But he'll go straight into 1 to 19 next season. Because EA, one that's sitting on the bench, he'll skip the 20s. He'll go straight into 1 to 19 because he's that good. He's 6'5" as well. He gives you that aerial fit, and like I say, can play centre back. Humming and ahhing, do I play him in like a Pep Guardiola role where, like Stones, where playing at centre back and he just drifts into midfield when we have the ball? But yeah, he's my favourite player at the moment. He's on 200 quid, but I think he's on more when he comes to us. I can't remember. But yeah, absolute player, Diachenko. And you'll see who plays next to him in the right now. And it's this lad here, Hassan Diarra. Diarra's been with us since the Championship days. Yeah, Championship, paid 190k from some team in Senegal. And he's absolute, again, for a kid, he's only 21. And he's a baller. He's got it all as well. And he's more pushing forward. He scored a goal of the season this season, actually. And let's have a look. It's a few teams are watching him. So Milan and Real Betis are watching him. He's valued between 70 and 89. I'm not sure. And he does have a minimum release clause of 86. So hopefully he's still here when I do my next episode, the season preview. But yeah, that's Hassan Diarra. Like I say, he's been playing football from the word go. As soon as we got him in the Championship, he's just dropped straight in. We've just played him. He weren't this good when we started playing him, but he's developing such a good player. And he plays right next to Diachenko, who you last saw. Them two, what I like to call the partnership, the double Ds, play next to each other and they run the whole game. Absolute brilliant, both of them. Next, we got John Diaz, who is on the ladder. We couldn't get him out to one of our players, but he's gone out to League One Rotherham this season. Played 11. He's more of a cam than a striker. Yeah, it says no. He played 14. Sorry, he scored 3. Got 3 assists this season. So he'll come back. We'll assess him. We'll assess what players we'll bring in, and then we'll work out what's best for him. We'll probably more likely get him back out on the ladder, out on loan to just developing ready, make him ready for the first team. He's not quite there yet. Spanish, I think we paid a good chunk of money. Yeah, 12 million from Asana. And he did play a few games for us this season. He's played 12. Obviously, a lot of them was starting as well. 8 games and 4 off the bench. So, but his Spanish, Asana is good. 12 million. I'm hoping time will tell that he'll become a better player than what he already is. I think he will. And that's John Diaz. Let's have the next one. This is Elliot Dolling. Right, Dolling is a left back from Ipswich when they got relegated. Yeah, we paid 16.25, so we paid a lot of money for Dolling. And at the time, I think he was about 21. And them stats, it probably ain't changed much since. And you can see Tottenham's looking at him just there now and all. But I don't think he's changed that much, if I'm brutally honest. Let's have a quick look. Developments, progress, and then we'll go to attributes. Not last time, all time. So yeah, it's gone up 1, 2 there, 1 there, 1 there. It's like, for me, I really come on leaps and bounds like I thought it would. So we are looking at getting. We have got a left back who was a young prospect, but he's stepping up and he's pushing Dolling, which his name's Jafar, which we'll see later on. But yeah, number 3 because he's the main left back at the moment. If we've got a bid in from Tottenham, see if he's got a release clause. No, he's got 1 year expansion. So now, if we did get a bid in, I'd be open to selling him. 40 million, I'll take it. We paid, how much did we pay? Sorry, 16. Yeah, I want 40, near much double that money. So that is Elliot Dolling. This is Emmanuel Edara. He's a player I thought he had mad physicals. I really bought him. He kind of like Dolling. He bought him like this. He's been here for a while now. I think 3 years. Yeah, 2.8 from Young Boys. And I really thought he'd push on it, and he just hasn't. So in the summer, I'm going to try and get some of this 18 to 22 that is valued at. I'd like to, but I'm no good at selling players. Really, I'm no good. I never seem to get this. I always seem to get 10 to 15. He's played a few. Say that he's played quite a lot. 53 games. He says there. So yeah, he had a really good go at left back in the first season of the Premier League, but ever since that, he's just tailed off, and then we've loaned him back out to Switzerland, and he's played 12 games, and yeah, he ain't doing much. If I get this off him, I'll be happy. But yeah, he could go in the summer. Next slide, please. So the next one is Jerry Heaton. Now, this lad, he looks awful. And I know he looks awful, and he hardly kicks the ball. Surprised he's played 5 games this season now. But he came through the youth team on the very first intake of youth regions, and he was a baller at the time, as you can see. This season here, he's a cam, and he got 21 goals and 9 assists just in the league. He was a machine, and you can see here in his second season, so that's his proper first season here. And we got promoted to the North, and he got 11 goals, and he's just become a machine. And then the board accepted £1.8 thousand because it was too much to take, too much to turn down, sorry. And Barnsley took him, and they didn't play him for 2 years, and then released him. Then Bristol took him, played him quite a bit, and then his contract come up. They let his contract run down. They weren't going to offer him a new one, and I just had to take the opportunity to sign him. And I'm hoping, look, I've done him enough. I'm going to send him on another leadership course, but I want to give him so much leadership, and I'm hoping he becomes part of the staff, just because I think he's Stratford born and bred. Yeah. So he's one of our own, and I just really would like to take him. Obviously, he can't play. He plays a odd game here and there, as you can see, more than I probably wanted to, but he won't next season, because I'm hoping we'll fill out the team with a bit more quality. But I want him to do just come up the journey with us. Like I say, he's 28 now. We had him when he was 16, 17. So it tells you just how far we've come into the game. This is Gonzalez. He's a centre-back we bought in last season, started in the summer from River Plate, paid 6.25, and he slotted straight in. His physicals are a bit good, and he's a good player, really good player. But as you can see, again, he's wanted by Saudi's finest, 23 to 31 million pounds, and we paid 6 from River Plate. If we get any bids off that, I don't know. Struggle with centre backs finding them. Can't seem to find many on the game this season. So yeah, he could go, but we'll see. But yeah, that's Gonzalez, Argentinian. But as you can see, he's on 125 grand a week. So yeah, I'd like Saudi to probably come in and take him off my hands now. Thinking about it, let's have a quick look with his agent, see what they say. Nah, let's have a look at hire immediately. Always ask the agent first and then hire immediately, because you always get an offer straight away. If you do it the other way around, you don't seem to get it. So he wants 8%. Do you know what? If he can do it and get him off our books, I'll be happy with that. There you go. We've seen a live negotiation. But that's him, Gonzalez. Next one is a backup, Gutierrez. Say backup, he's played 40 games this season. We bought him in the summer. Oh no, we bought him last summer. But yeah, Boris Gutierrez, backup midfielder. He can play DM and he can play cam. He's a solid backup. But unfortunately, we bought him for, well, we got him on a free from Chile, and we have agreed a fee, as you can see right here, for £24 million for him to go. So he's going to go. So he's a gap we're going to fill. So we don't really need to concentrate on Gutierrez. But yeah, good player. This is our main man up front. We have a little thing around here. Here it is, as you can see. 6'9". It is goal time. Call him the Iceman. Gillenberg. He's absolute. So he is our goal scorer. We paid £500,000 for him. His first season in the Premier League, and this is when he was 18. Scored 23. Season after that 20. Season after that 20. For the last 3 seasons in the Premier League, he's come runner-up in Golden Boot against Haaland. And look at him. He can finish. Oh, if you don't finish your dinner, he will finish it. He's a beast. As you can see, he is wanted by Juventus, AC Milan, Real Betis. They must have had a tycoon, because there's no way they would afford him in real life. He has no release clause, which is great. He's on 30 grand. I have tried offering him a new deal, but he's not interested at the moment. So we'll try and get the summer done. If someone don't come in for him, he's still only 21. He's still got room to improve as well. That's the great thing about him. If someone don't come in for him, hopefully they don't, then we'll try and get him a new deal. Yeah, Adrian Gillenberg, 6'9". It is goal time. What a player. And like I say, let me just show you the league. He finishes runner-up. Oh, he's only 2 goals away. Let's have a quick look. All the winners. Golden Boot, where are you? Top goal scorer. So there he is. Last season, he was 2 goals away last season. Season before that, he was 4 goals away. And the one before that, yeah, he's miles away. So this is his closest, but that's because Haaland's probably dropping off. He's now 35. So, yeah, that's him. Let's get back to Gillenberg. Just quickly. So, yeah. Remember Elliot Dolling, the left back I was telling you I was unsure about, who's wanted by Tottenham? This is his kid who's pushing him, my wonder kid, Jafar. I love saying it like that. But yeah, he's only 19, and he has been pushing him. As you can see, he's played 21 games in total, 12 off the bench, 9 started. And I'm liking him. I like what I see. In the match engine, he looks good. I've seen him whip. Yeah, even though it's got no assist, I've seen him whip a goal in, definitely. That I can remember of anyway. Obviously, I'm not going to remember every goal. He's number 43. Like I say, young prospect. He'll get promoted to the 20s next season. So he won't go out on the ladder because he's making a contribution already. Unless we bring someone else in, we don't know what happens in the summer yet. But yeah, he's Adolf Darling. We paid a good whack for him, 9 million from Lorient in France. It was in Ligue 2, and yeah, I like him. I'm hoping he becomes the main left back. I'm hoping he's got a chance of taking Darling this season. I really think that's why. I think if we sell Darling to Tottenham, fingers crossed, he pushes into the 11, and then we bring another kid in to push Jafar. But yeah, that's Jafar. Yassin, he's been with us for a while as well. So we got him on free from Blackburn in the Championship. Half English, half Iraqi. England is his national, he's chose. And he's been alright over the years, as you can see. Played a lot of games, but he's slowly, as our quality gets better, he's slowly getting fizzled out. He's leaving on a free transfer, which is probably best for everyone, because I don't need him. He needs to go and play. He's leaving on a free transfer at the end of the season. So we don't need to discuss him no more, other than say thank you. Next up is the Japanese Brazilian. So his parents, obviously, it's from Japan. He was born in Brazil, and he's declared that he wants to play for Brazil, and he has 4 times already. His value is only at 1.8 million because his contract has ran down. I tried offering him a new deal for the last 2 seasons, and he just did not want to sign it. And then the January came last season came where I could sell him for about 20 million, and he's better than that. And I thought, I ain't going to replace a player that quality for 20 million. So I thought I might as well just keep him, take the loss, and then we'll replace him this summer. So this summer we've got to replace him because he's going to Barcelona on a free, as you can see. Yeah, good player, been a good servant. He played with us since Championship, paid 3.5, so really owes us nothing. 22 years old. He'll go on and do well in the game. Hopefully we'll come across him again soon. Obviously I don't want to play. I won't re-sign him. He's one of them. If you look at his average rating, 6.7. Anything below 6.7, sorry, he's 6.6. Anything below 6.7, I don't agree with, and I'll try and move him on because I think he should be doing better than that. So, but he's a good player, don't get me wrong, and for 3.5 million, I can't complain. But yeah, good luck at Barcelona, mate. Next up is Conrad Mitten, left winger, coming from the start of the summer last season. Yeah, he done well. He played 26 games, 3 goals, 3 assists. For his debut season, he done well. He's only 23, but I'd like to see more from him. He's got a question mark over his head. Like I say, he's at 47. He'll go into the 20s because I don't think he's really pushed to be that starting left winger. I think we could get someone out there to not replace him, but he will drop into coming off the bench, and we'll get a first team left winger, a better quality one. Outspoken. He said a dicky bird to me, but it's media. He's saying he's outspoken. But yeah, he's your 6 out of 10 kind of guy. He's never rubbish, never great. Again, 6.59 average rating for the season. Yeah, that's what I'm really looking to get someone else better quality in. But yeah, that's Conrad Mitten, sorry. Oh, sorry, let's have a quick look. I think I paid good money for him. I bought him in last summer. Let me just go back to him. Not you. I paid, not you, 10.5 million from Newcastle. So, he's played for the under-21s 3 times, scored 2 goals. I don't think he'll break into the England setup unless we pull up with trees and get in Champions League and really get the attention on the squad. But nah, I can't see it. This is Mullard Cam, French Cam, 20 years old. I like this lad. Again, he ain't really tearing it up into contributions and goals and assists, but he's only 20, and I think he can go on to be a much, much better player than what he's already shown. He's been at the club for, I think, 2 years now. Yeah, 2 years, paid 19.5 million. So that's a lot of money for our club. especially at the time. We might see a bit more as the years go on, but at the time, no, 19.5 million's a lot. He done much better last season, got 8 goals, 8 assists. So his debut season was better than this one. Sorry, he's getting better. He's getting better, and I think, but he's the only cam at the squad, so that's probably why he's played a lot of games. No one's really pushing him. I'll probably this summer look to find a player that could push him, a young lad, 17, 18 years old, who really wants to push him and try and get in that first team and rotate it. So he's just got a bit of a friendly competition. But yeah, that's Mullard. Good player. Next one, non-league Messi. So this is a bit like Jerry Eaton, the lad who come from the youth team. He's a lad who we had a non-league. We got him from Bristol City, sorry. Sorry, Bristol City fans. We got him from them for nothing. And he was like Messi. He was getting double figures and goals and assists pretty much every season. And I can't even tell you his real name. I think it's Elliot something. Elijah Morrison. But I nicknamed him non-league Messi early, and it's just stuck with him. And look at these goal contributions all the way through. And then he slowly tailed off as we got higher and higher. And then he wanted £30,000 a week when we got to here. And I weren't offering that because that was a lot of money. Even though we just got to the Premier League just after that season, it was a lot of money. And I was like, nah, I think his stats don't reflect £30,000 a week at the time. We can only offer out, I think it's about 50 max. So I didn't warrant that. So he's 30 now. I brought him back because Hull released him on a free. Brought him back, a bit like Jerry Heaton. I want him to be a staff member and take him on. So, but yeah, that's non-league Messi. He's a bit of a legend. He's gone down as the club icon actually as well. So he'll always go down. This is Alonso Palacio, right winger. We've got him from Colombia, cheap, 1.6 million. He was a backup to a lad we had called Ian Marquez. Let me try and show you him. He is a beast. Quickly show you him. Because we had him from League 1. There we go. We had this player from League 1. No, League 2, sorry, on a free from Peru. And he made it all the way up. And yeah, look at that. 23 goals. That season we got promoted to the Premier League. 23 goals, 10 assists. 8 man of the match. He was unreal. And then he had a release clause of 52 million for teams that are in the Champions League. And Atletico Madrid activated it. And he's playing from Atletico very well, as you can see. Played 29 games in the league, scoring 8 goals, 5 assists. Yeah, he's so good. But Palacio was his backup at the time. He was a young lad. And he started playing quite a lot of games quite early, as you can see, because we've moved Marquez out to the left and played Palacio on the right and trained him on the left in the meantime. He's grew as a player, but as you can see, 5 assists and 1 goal in half a season. He got a lot of injuries this season, I'll give him that. I think we should be getting more out of him in goal contributions. Last season was much better. I think for the season in general, we had done well, as you looked at Mullard earlier. But yeah, I think there's more to come out of him. But as you can see, Tottenham are also interested in him as well as Dolling. So if they offered me a good bid, I would be open to selling him. But we'll have a look at him when time comes. If we get a bid, keep an eye on him. Could still be here in the summer, hopefully. This is Brandon Pitcher. Brandon Pitcher, we had a few loans with us. He'd come through at Barnsley. He had a few loans with us in League 2 and in League 1. Done great in League 1, as you can see. And in League 2, to be fair, he's a bit like non-league Messi. I think, yeah, Messi was on the left side. Pitcher was on the right. And as you can see, 11 goals, 16 assists. That's probably why we got into League 1 straight away. Barnsley wanted to play him. They wouldn't loan him back. And then they didn't play him. They played him once and then they loaned him back. So, and then Liverpool bought him for £6.5 million. And then they loaned him out. Didn't do much. And we bought for £500,000. And now this is him today. As you can see on here, just on the left, he's wanted. And we have accepted a bid of £23.5 million from Schalke, which is great profit, obviously. He's a good player, and he's a bit like the other two, where he's been around, he knows the club. He's one of the favourites for me, but I don't think he's going to get any better, and I'd like a bit more better quality off the bench. So he'll probably go to Schalke for the 23.5, and we'll have to get a replacement. This is Brazilian lad Sergio, centre midfielder. Don't really play him, if I'm brutally honest. I bought him in hoping he'd improve the team, 5.75 million, and he done nothing. Played 4 games that season, and then we loaned him out following season, and he's come back and he's played 5. Yeah, I'm looking to try and get. Let's go back to Sergio. I want to try and get him out this summer, if I can. Let's see if we can do a bit of a low of negotiations again. Keen. Okay, his agent's doing nothing. Let's see if we can get. And then there you go, bam, straight away. We'll go with you, continental way agent. And he's going to get that much. I'm happy with that. Get 6 million. Get him off the books. Oh, no, I'll keep doing that. Get him off the books. Yeah, let's try and move him on as soon as we can. Felipe Silva. He's a £6.5 million from Braga. DM. We used to play defensive midfielder when we first came up in the Premier League, because just to give it a bit more security at the back. And he was the one at the time. He played quite a lot. But now we've got rid of the DM, as you can see. 30 games to 4 games straight away. Got rid of the defensive midfielder. And he's really just been sitting around the squad. But we have agreed a fee for him to go. It's quite cheap, yeah, 2.4 million. He's going back to Brazil, Atletico Mineiro. So yeah, he will be gone on the next season preview episode. So let's move on. Jose Solar, centre back from Sevilla. So I've been watching this player since he was about 19. He's now 27. He's been with us for 2-3 years. Yeah, we had him on loan, and we had an activation clause of 2.5 million. And as you can see, he plays pretty much every game for the last 3 seasons for us. He didn't kick a ball, really, for Sevilla. Yeah, he's played for the B team. Played 1 game there, 2 there. Yeah, so he's more of a B team player for them. And he's grew to be a good defender, solid. Does all right, if I'm honest. Can improve him. Can get a better player out there, but we've been so low in reputations that a lot of players turn us down, even though we're in the Premier League. But now our 3rd season we've stayed in, we're going into our 4th season in the Premier League. Hopefully we can get much quality, better players. He's currently wanted by Roma, which has changed because a couple of weeks ago he was wanted by Sevilla again. He does not have any release clause, I don't think. No. So I'd rather keep him, but if a ridiculous offer comes in, then I'm always open to selling him. This is Sardic from Serbia, I would like to say. Yeah, Serbia. Paid 4.7 million the season we came up. And he's a good goalkeeper, good Premier League goalkeeper. He's still on £1,700 a week in the Premier League, but that's because he won't sign a new contract. He's interested. He wants to leave, basically. I've tried offering him a deal. It's got a release clause of £44 million. If I offer him a new deal, I guarantee he'll want less than £44 million. Now he just don't want to talk. He wants to go and play. So, yeah. Sorry, where's he gone? There he is. Yeah, so he's wanted by Saudi Arabia, as everyone is at the moment in world football. Plays every game. He's solid. He's a good goalkeeper for the Premier League. Hopefully Van Acker, you saw the first goalkeeper, the one who's on the ladder, who's struggling to get game time. Hopefully he replaces him in time to come. But if we, like I say, if we get a good bidding from Saudi Arabia, he might not be here the next one. So yeah, we'll have a look. Next one, Emmanuel Turkson. He's a young lad from Ghana. Paid £3,500. He played 20 games last season. There was all off the bench, I swear there was. There you go, 15 off the bench, 5 started. Played alright, but he's a young kid, 19. He's got a few stats there that look good. His vision, teamwork, determination, flair, balance. His passing can be better for a centre midfielder. And his vision's there, so... And he's 19, he can improve, and that's the plan. Hopefully we'll get a work permit. The reason I loaned him back out to Ghana is because he couldn't get a work permit, but we're hoping to get him on the work permit. I think we have got one actually now. So he will go on the ladder now. He'll go to Torquay or Bromley. And hopefully start improving that way. He was a backup, but I think with the midfielders going this season, we're going to have to start bringing some more in there. But yeah, that's Manuel Turkson, one for the future. Dorado Vals, however you want to pronounce it. Argentinian winger. Paid £6.25 million for him. He was a backup, and he's a good backup to be fair to him, as you can see. He's played 29 games in total, 12 off the bench, 17 starting. He's got good crossing and dribbling. And he's 23, so I'm hoping he's a bit of a late grower. He's on 36,000, so nothing crazy. Good backup. He will go to a 20 to 29 squad number next season. He'll be around. We'll keep him for another season. But yeah, good player. Do you know what? 7 assists, 4 goals. He's done better than Palacio. He will definitely get a chance next season, thinking about it. And that's the squad. You've seen a lot of the first team players. Now I'll show you only a few of the lads to watch out for that we've got on the books. I ain't even going to pronounce his name, but this is a lad from, what nationality is that? Benin. He's, as you can see, he's been out to Torquay, so he has been on the ladder, but I'm hoping it's like that. 87 to 42 million, he's only 19. If we can improve him, he could come into the first team sooner rather than not. But he needs to go out and get game time. As you can see here, he needs a work permit, so we'll have to loan him out again. Just so he's played 6 times for his national though. So hopefully that helps his work permit, but we need to get him out on loan. So that's one to watch. Another one is Labidi from Tunisia. Centre back. I don't know why they do this. Centre back, they play right wing. Never get that. 6'1", for crying out loud. It's quick centre back. But his tackling's pants. Yeah. Do you know what? If I got a nice bid off him, get him out in Europe, get him recognised by Europe, hopefully get a nice bid, I'll be open to selling him. Ndoye. Again, he's a youngster, 19 years old. We're just trying to develop him and see where they come from. We take a lot of points on young, obscure countries, as you just saw for the last 3. And I'm hoping just to develop him out on loan and hopefully claim some money off them. We only paid 88 grand. So if we get 25 to 33, I'll be buzzing with it. He's been out on loan in Austria this season. Played alright, played a few games. So again, he'll go back out on loan. But yeah, he's for someone who's a right winger, he's got 4 crossing. Hey, great. So like I say, I'm hoping to develop him, sell him. That's the plan. And then last not least, Elvis. Thank you very much. Oh, that's a honky name. We're just going to call him Elvis Bogey. Elvis Bogey, I've listed him 30 million. That's very ambitious. Let's see if I take that off. How much would it be valued at? Okay, again, don't want to tell me. But yeah, he's a lad we've got him on a free from Uganda. And he's played a few games in the Championship and in the Premier League. We've loaned him out to Bristol. We've got him on the ladder. He's been last 2 loans. He's been in the Championship, so he's just one more step away from the first team. Well, yeah, he ain't pulling up trees. Like, he's played 20 games at Coventry and didn't score 1 goal, and 19 of them was off the bench. So that's not a great start. Let's have a look at Plymouth. 17 again. Played 19 in total, no goals, only 1 assist in 2 seasons. So yeah, I'd take the money off him all day. But that's about it for the squad. So what do you think? Do you think that we could do better? The positions I'd like to probably improve on. Look at a centre back, bring in a couple of centre backs maybe for in around first team, young lads. Obviously, we need a right back to replace Julius Caesar, who's going to Barcelona on a free transfer. Mitten, left winger, he didn't really do that well. So we'll probably look at bringing in, like I said when we got to him, a first left side, get my words out, a first team left winger, if we could get that. As you saw from all the squad, there's only one striker, and that's the 6'9". It's goal time Iceman. So we need a backup for help him out because he plays a lot of games. As you can see, where is he? How many did he play this season? 20. Yeah, so he's played 31 games. Played 37 the season before. So we need some help just to let him rest because he does get tired, and that's probably why he's got only 31 games this season. Picked up injuries because he's just tired. Centre midfielder, as you saw, there's quite a few I'm open to selling. So we'll need to bring one of them in, maybe two. I do love a centre midfielder. So I'll say one or two. I'll end up bringing 5 in. But yeah, we've also got Turkson, who, if we need it, bring him into the first team. And then I can to help Mullard, because Mullard, let's have a look. It's only him who plays Cam, really. Where am you, Frenchie? Mullard, there you are. Yeah, so there's only him who can play in the Cam position, so he needs a bit of help. Again, he's played 33 times this season, so he needs a bit of help and just free him up a bit so we've got a bit more squad rotation. But that's it for the season review on the squad. Let me just show you the Premier League quickly. So there we go. We finished 16th with Man United winning the title. West Ham was top of the league all the way through. Do you know what? I won't bother showing you. But yeah, you'll have to take my word. It was top of the league all the way through, and then they lost it. Just ran out of steam. Man City and Tottenham take the following Champions League place. Arsenal in Europa League, back at the glory days of the Europa League. Fulham, what are you doing that high up, eh? And then Chelsea and Liverpool take the other European spots in the Europa League for Chelsea, and the Mickey Mouse Cup for Liverpool. Birmingham finishing 9th is a good one, and Leicester, obviously they're in the Championship in real life. They've come back up and seem to stick around. Everton and Villa, probably where I'd have them to be, if I'm brutally honest. Wolves have only just come up recently, so they've done well to stay up. Teams to go down: Brighton, Southampton, Sheffield. So they'll be in the Championship next season. Look at that for a playoff final. What a derby. Jesus, playoff final. Bournemouth versus Portsmouth. And Bournemouth get promoted in that one. So coming back up, Crystal Palace. With them is Middlesbrough finished 2nd. And then, like we just discussed, Bournemouth. So that is who will be in the Premier League. So next time you see me, next episode we'll do a season preview where we'll get to the first game of the season. It ain't been released yet, but we'll get to the first game of the season and we'll discuss what we've done in the summer. If you like that, drop a like on the video. If you want to see more of my videos of non-league to Premier League, then subscribe to my channel. And thank you very much for watching.